the mounted challengers are heading towards Brundle and Nelson for the first time, so through the left-hand run. Second position, look at these cars down that bottom section of the circuit. It's James Dennison that's there in third place, black off with his light green bumpers, but the cars are heading round through first time on towards the braking area, ready to head round to the left-hand Furries and conclude the lap. Josh?
News from the pit was McCar's car would be turned clutch failure as he was about to go out of the green flag lap.
Ah, right, that was why we missed that one.
And now there's a car there, he's smoking and coming to the pit lane. Is that the Patrick Booth car, maybe?
That looks as though it might be the car of Patrick Booth. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yep, so that's another Class A car that's had problems.
Smoking from the front right-hand corner. Now, is that an engine that's let go coming out of Murray's? Now the smoke has disappeared and shut the engine. So that's both of the 4G racing cars from Class A out of the race.
Yeah, no Class A cars now circulating in the race, I'm afraid to say.
It's very unusual because these cars are generally bulletproof. And to lose them all so soon, very odd.
Yeah, so to wonder again if that little bit of smoke maybe was a drive shaft braking and just the boost on the end of the drive shaft maybe dropping a bit of oil onto the exhaust because it seemed to stop again very, very quickly.
It's very, very smoky from under the bonnet.
Right, okay.
So I'm trying to wonder if it's some kind of engine.
That will hopefully not preclude them from getting the car back out again for tomorrow's second race for the MG Trophy. So Tyler Ballard that is looking to try and hang on to the lead of the race. He's doing a good job at the moment, despite the fact that he's got Adam Jackson right with him and the car James Dennison not that far away. James Dennison will be watching his mirrors and trying to keep an eye on the next of the cars that sits behind as well, which I think is the 93 Joe Delgado, that sits there in fourth position. So top four are pretty much matched for pace as they all head down the Bentley Straight for the second time. The gap between the top three is a little bit smaller than the gap third to fourth position. As for the lead of Class C at this stage, well, it's kind of a 96. As well. The leading four, though, are about to reappear into view. In fact, make that leading five. The top five cars not quite equidistantly spread. The top three a little bit closer than those in sort of fourth and fifth place. But another lap is about to be concluded, and the lap for the race is out from the leading. So it's about to race way over the start-finish line. Tyler Ballard leading the race, but still with not that far away from him, Adam Jackson. Adam Jackson will be watching his mirrors as James Dennison looks to try and close up a little bit more into the brake area. All the brake lines on at exactly the same time. The gap between the pair of them is just 0.4 of a second, as Tyler Ballard in the lead of the race on his first flying lap has just popped in the fastest lap of the race that we've seen. 2 minutes 18.936, 2 minutes 18.936. That's about 1.3 seconds shy of the time that Tyler Ballard popped in qualifying. Josh?
Lots of fluid now emerging from the car. They're suggesting that they might have gone through the radiator, but that would suggest why the car overheated very rapidly.
Oh dear, that was steam then, rather than smoke that we were seeing down at pit lane entry. Such a shame, so early on in the race as well. It really has been a race to look to forget, hasn't it, for the team?
Yes, absolutely. So they've got two cars to try and fix all this afternoon, which not a huge team, of course, down here, so that's not going to make it very easy.
Well, thankfully it's for tomorrow, isn't it?
Oh,
so the first race tomorrow, yeah. So they've got more time to fix it, albeit, yeah, there might not be much socialising tonight. They might be turning the spanners until quite late.
It looks like you've got a couple of mechanics down there too.
Ballard still looking to try and uphold this lead that he's got in the race. He's just about to turn his way along the Bentley Straight. Now he's on lap number 3 currently and still has enough in hand between himself and Adam Jackson so as to not to worry as he heads down towards the bottom section of the Bentley Straight. Gap first to second was 0.9 of a second, then it was 0.4 of a second back to second and fourth. Dropping ever further away now. The lead for Class C last time through meant that Class C, as we look towards the race leading trio. Back over the start-finish line they will come, and as they come through ready to conclude the lap, it is still Tyler Ballard out front and leading the race. We've still got Adam Jackson not that far away. He's not close enough to do anything about the race leading the start-finish line, equally as much there in third position. James Dennison is just too far away as they head up towards Ritchie's corner. Joseph Delgado sitting there in fourth position. Fifth place is number 36, which is Josh Bacon. Sixth position is car number 50, which is John Booth. Seventh place and leading Class C is number 96, which is Paul Croker. Croker has got very handsome at the lead of Class C. Eighth place is number 76, still waiting to play with the start-finish line, John Donnelly, who will be second in Class C. Tyler Ballard is now, for the fourth time of asking, heading through the infield section. Last time gap first to second did come down. It came down by about a tenth of a second, not a great deal, but it does mean now that the fastest lap of the race is picked up by the second place car of Adam Jackson, car number 79, 2 minutes 18.294 now for Adam Jackson in second position.
Adam Jackson's been so close at the front of these races in the past. I don't think he's won a Class B race yet, so he'll be keen to do that. I'm sure. Note about James Dennison, he only started racing right at the end of last year here at Snetterton. He's a motoring journalist, and it's really impressive to see how quick he's come on over the winter. He's just doing that one meeting at the end of last year, and now being a front runner. He's good going.
Going and consistent as well, looking at the lap times that he posted in qualifying, lap to lap to lap, very consistent, and the same so far in the race as well.
As Pat has gone into, going back to that, and this great train of cars behind him, went really good start.
Slower car, but still hang on to the places just by positioning the car in the right position, getting on the corners cleanly. So here come the leading trio. It does look as though so it's sort of two for the lead from James Dennison, trying to play catch-up again by the look of things. This is lap number 4 that's about to be completed, with just over 10 minutes remaining in the race, so you should squeeze 8, maybe 9 laps out of this one, I would have thought. Tyler Ballard being urged on from the team on the pit wall, as still with him is Adam Jackson in second place. Again, that time through, Adam Jackson just closes up a shade more, another tenth of a second gained over Tyler Ballard, 2 minutes 17.984 now, the fastest lap of the race for the charging number 79 car of Adam Jackson. Still with Dennison there in third place, Jason Delgado still sitting there in fourth position. Fifth place is still Josh Bacon, and completing the top 6 is John Booth. They're all Class B cars inside the top 6. Seventh place is the Class C leader, which is Paul Croker. Paul was third in his respective class last year, and as we say, is out for the first weekend of racing, having missed the Donington Park round. Josh,
over on driving standards. Check that. Number 50, 50.
Right, okay, right. So that will be John Booth. So John Booth, who again is just being forewarned with regards to the circuit limits. The leaders heading in towards a braking area for Moggies, and I say leaders, it's just a pair now. It's certainly not a trio anymore, because falling ever more adriftly on this lap is James Dennison. What is happening between James Dennison and Delgado? Well, at the moment, Dennison on the previous lap was still quicker than Delgado, so he's just dropping away from the leading pair, but not really in third place, falling into the clutches of the fourth place car. Josh?
Just mentioning about the classes and starting off in Class C, that's something that Tyler Ballard did a couple of years ago, dominated that, and then moved into Class C.
Yeah, very sizable crash at Grant Hatch, a colossal crash at Grant Hatch, yeah.
He actually ended up on his roof here last year as well, so he's quick when it's pedal forward, it was on the ground.
I've seen him out racing something else as well, Tyler. I can't recall what. Maybe it was perhaps, yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah, he did a bit of endurance racing in ZR as well, but yes, I think he's, like a lot of these drivers that are doing the sprint racing, not having a go either at the Ford K cars or the C1s, There's lots of ways now to go endurance racing for a fairly good budget.
Well, again, you know, if you pick up a Class C MGZR and you do things with that, and then go into a bit of endurance racing, those are two very, very cheap ways to go racing, and you could do both of those compared to just doing one championship with, say, something else that you're racing, where the car's a lot more expensive to buy, to run, to maintain. So yeah, I'm not surprised. And seat time's always a good thing, and it's working for Tyler Ballard at the moment because he's still preparing the aspirations of the second place car of Adam Jackson, who had closed up, remember. Well, on that lap the gap came out again by another few thousandths of a second, so they're pretty evenly matched. It was a 2 minutes 18.0 for Tyler Ballard, 2 minutes 18.083 to be precise. It was a 2 minutes 18.134 for Adam Jackson.
Tyler Ballard's got to watch out for exceeding no more track limit, because he's going to be the next driver to get the flag.
Which Denison suggests he's being pushed as hard as he possibly can drive at this stage, Tyler Ballard. Well, 7 minutes of the race to go. Keep pressing on, but as he said, he's got one otherwise he gets a 5-second penalty, won't he? Losing the lead in the race at this stage, but actually dropping down into third position. He would drop not just behind Adam Jackson, he would drop behind James Denison, because James Denison is only 4.7 seconds off the leader, so it just needs to be careful, this Tyler Ballard. So down the Benton Straight he will go. He's on lap number 6 at this stage. It's a braking error for Brundle and Nelson, the leading pair. Looking a bit of a gap then. The top line of the race with Tyler Ballard. Tying through Nelson. We've now got, right, we've got a smoky car in third place. Now that's taking down Joe Dalgarno, so I'm not sure whether James Denison is driving around the problem. There's certainly a few bits of smoke coming from the front of that car as he accelerated his way out of Brundle and Nelson. There's nothing obvious as he comes in towards Coram. What about on the exit of Brundle? Tyler Ballard leads the race. Adam Jackson in 79 in second position. James Denison in third place, but coming under increasing pressure from Joe Dalgarno, who jumps out from behind to the left-hand side of the circuit. Has he got momentum to go through it ahead by the time they get towards Ritchie's corner? Yes, just chopped straight across the nose of James Denison's car. So that means now that Joe Dalgarno is up into third position. James Denison drops down into fourth place, and on that lap Dalgarno not only took third place but also posted the fastest lap of the race we've seen so far, 2 minutes 17.878, 2 minutes 17.878. That for Joe Dalgarno is a second quicker than he went in qualifying, so fantastic lap from Joe Dalgarno. Had he have done that lap in qualifying, it would have put him as the second quickest car in Class B rather than he was the third quickest car in Class B. The pace compared to qualifying this morning, Tyler Ballard still on his merry way, still leading the race overall. The lead advantage is 1.8 seconds, 5 minutes to go, Josh.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I presume both he and Adam Jackson have improved their pace a decent amount from qualifying.
Well, Adam Jackson is trying to improve his pace ever more, but running wide on the exit of Hamilton is not going to cut the mustard there, so he has, I would guess, looking at the amount of dust that flew up, probably gone behind the white lines on the circuit limit, so that could be the next black and white flag that's heading that way towards car number 79 potentially.
Sometimes it makes a big difference when you're chasing someone, doesn't it, Mark?
It's always better to chase, yeah, always. Yeah.
Whereas in qualifying, when you can easily get lost.
We have lost another one, and we have lost. There might be a whole radiator again or something, because it looks more like steam than anything. It's on the exit of Hoggies, and yeah, out of the car jumps Josh Bacon. So now having retired as well, so it's been a bit of a race of attrition, I'm afraid, this one. There are 3 3/4 minutes of the race to go. The race leader will be heading up towards the back markers.
And the first penalty of the day is going out, that's to John Moon, down on the 55.
The warning, and therefore, yeah, now the penalties start to stack up. Tyler Ballard through, 1.9 seconds is the gap between himself and Adam Jackson.